Hello and welcome to the 129th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
That's him. Jordan, we have less serious business to talk about today.
Yeah, we are hot off the heels of an hour and 55-minute recording.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired, honestly.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
I didn't sleep a whole lot, so what's the platforms? Where do we put this godforsaken show?
So you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed, all linked below. And as always, you can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. We also have Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok. Jordan.
What's up?
What's been going on, man?
I've been playing some things. We know one of them we talked about last episode. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you want to hear about God of War for an hour plus.
Yeah, if you want to hear about us ramble, you want to hear us ramble on about God of War, that's the episode. We're not going to talk about God of War at
It's
all.
off the table here. Off the table.
We've been playing. I finished God of War a while ago. Jordan finished it.
We did a whole episode on it. Check it out.
What have you been playing?
But I started FallOut New Vegas on the Steam Deck.
New Vegas.
Yeah, so that's the one I've always heard is like cult classic. Like everyone hated it at launch, then it became the favorite.
The thing with New Vegas, in my experience with New Vegas.
Now, have you beat it or have you just played it?
I've only played a little bit of it. Is if you didn't play it when it was new, you're not gonna like it. Gameplay wise, I'm not saying story wise. Yeah. Gameplay wise, because it plays and looks like a game from 2009 because it is.
Yeah, the gameplay's a little rough. The visuals, I get over them mostly because it just runs so well because it's old and it's on the Steam Deck, so it runs great. So I've got over the visual part of it. And the map, I thought the map itself was like a cool layout. Like it had some cool stuff going on where it's like, you know, the Mojave Desert and the Vegas Strip and shit.
Yeah.
But fuck, is it ugly, dude. Fuck, man. It's one color. It's brown.
Yeah.
The whole map is brown.
That game also somehow plays, despite being like framework wise the same, somehow plays worse than Skyrim and Fallout 4. Fallout 4 made a lot of improvements, but like...
Yeah. Fallout 4 is good. I don't care what anyone says. I liked it.
I liked Fallout 4, but I'm not a Fallout fan. I guess Fallout fans didn't like it. I wasn't a big Fallout fan.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't play any of the previous games, and I was going to play Fallout New Vegas before I played 4. I'm like, oh man, this sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely dated, but honestly, so for me, gameplay, it's okay. It's whatever. My biggest flaw with the game is the accuracy system, where like, someone can be in your fucking face and you have your reticle on them, but because your character's stat is low, your bullet like goes sideways. Yeah. That shit pisses me off. Other than that though, I've been enjoying the story, the characters, the character models actually look fairly decent on Steam Deck anyway, on maxed out settings. They look pretty decent.
Yeah, the story, I mean I haven't played through the whole thing, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, the story is pretty good so far.
But I just can't get over the clunky, janky gameplay.
Yeah. No, it's super clunky and janky, and like animations are trash, and like it's so dated. But the only thing that I'm a little like fuck about is I was playing it and I got to like what I guess it was the prologue. Like I played for 5 hours, and apparently that's just like the intro segment. You hit this point where it does the Cyberpunk thing, where it's like, hey, let's give you some exposition about like this world, what's really going on, and then you get like 10 quests. I don't know where to fucking begin. I'm like so like overwhelmed with quests to do. So I did the smart thing, right? When you're overwhelmed with quests to do, what do? You stop playing the game and you start replaying The Witcher 3.
That's fair.
So that's what I did instead. But no, I've been enjoying Fallout though.
That's actually in my limited time playing Fallout New Vegas. That was actually one of the side quests I played. Was you start the side quest and it launches The Witcher 3 and you have to play the whole game, and then you go back to...
Yeah, then you go back to Fallout.
Yeah.
But no, the Fallout New Vegas is pretty cool. I do plan on beating it. It's going to take me some time. There's not a lot of stuff coming out soon, so the only big one is like Dead Space at the end of the month, and then a couple things in February. So up until then, I was like, I think I could squeeze in The Witcher 3. So I saw that they re-verified it for Steam Deck after they broke it.
Nice.
Game runs fucking great.
What's 2023 look like for games?
There's some cool stuff. Off the top of my head, I can only remember the close ones because they're what I've thought about. But we have January, the end of January of Dead Space Remake, which, fun fact, if you pre-order Dead Space, the remake on Steam, you get Dead Space 2 for free. Kind of cool.
Okay.
So I am going to do that. So after that, that's it for January pretty much. February has Like a Dragon Ishin, which is a Yakuza game, but in samurai sort of times, which looks pretty sick.
They need to calm down.
I know.
They make like 50 games a year.
I know. It does look really good, though, that game, so I'm excited for that.
I was like, what installment of the Yakuza series is this? Oh, this is like the 38th installment where you play as like Jim Dick Bob or whatever, and you have to fucking get a dragon out of your ass or whatever.
The most exciting one for me, I believe it's February 21st. Maybe I'm misremembering that, but Atomic Heart comes out, and that game looks fucking amazing. February 21st, yeah. This game looks fucking insane. It's basically BioShock, but new, and I'm so fucking excited for it. It's a Cold War Soviet Union BioShock, basically.
Huh.
So I'm super hyped. It's been delayed a bazillion times, but I think it finally went gold, so I'm fucking hype. It's been in the works for a while, and it looks really fucking awesome. So that comes out the same day as Like a Dragon Ishin. And then, I think that's it for February. I can't remember a ton about March or anything beyond that, really. I'm just looking at the recent stuff. But that's it for, like, the first couple months. Atomic Heart, Dead Space, and Like a Dragon Ishin. There's a website I always have bookmarked on my computer called Releases that has a fucking awesome layout that you can just go month by month.
Oh, yeah, how about that?
So I do like this or whatever. Come on, bitch. So January, it also has TV shows too. It's not just video games, by the way.
I noticed.
How do I have it on video games then? Is there a button? That's right. Hang on. Give me a minute. PS Vita, holy shit. Anyway.
Oh shit, dude, wait. Burger Bistro Story comes out on January 18th.
Why is this thing freaking out?
Or January 16th? 31 hours until Burger Bistro Story, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
Holy shit, I've been looking forward to Burger Bistro Story.
So, Forspoken, that's a big one for January that a lot of people have been talking about. I'm not super interested in it.
What's the gimmick with it? What do you do?
You're like, it's like a, what game is it like? It's an RPG where you are like a magic hoochie. And you have powers. You're basically fighting almost like Monster Hunter. That's kind of what it's like, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Monster Hunter. It seems cool. It's not exactly something that I'm incredibly interested in.
You're a magic woman that fights monsters.
Forspoken puts players in the shoes of Frey Holland, an ordinary young woman who must harness her magical abilities to survive in a fantastical and dangerous land called Athia.
Is this the one that I'm thinking of that had like a trailer with like the shittiest dialogue imaginable? That was like, well, I all of a sudden have these powers, so that's a thing that happened, and it's like the cringiest, shittiest dialogue I've ever heard.
I don't know, maybe.
I remember there being a game that had a trailer that was the fucking worst.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it might have been, because I think it was a Japanese developer, so it might be translated at that time. There's the Dead Space remake, like I said, for January. That's really it for January itself. There's, other small stuff. February is where, like I said, we have the Like a Dragon Ishin and Atomic Heart on the same day.
There's a new Hello Neighbor game coming out?
Yeah, it's like the 5th one.
Jesus Christ. Can these guys stop?
They need to, because they all suck anyway. But you got that coming out. Not a whole ton more for February from the looks of it.
What about Spider-Man?
That's fall. It would be fall.
Fuck.
And then...
God damn it.
This is probably more exciting for Chris than me, because I've already bought this. Oh, Sons of the Forest, February 23rd.
What's that one about?
That's the sequel to The Forest.
Oh, no shit.
Sons of the Forest, yeah. It's a more story-focused survival horror.
I'll probably play that then.
Sent to find a missing billionaire on a remote island. You find yourself in a cannibal-infested hellscape. Craft, build, and struggle to survive. I believe there's actually guns in this one as well.
I'll probably play it then.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it looked like he was reloading, but no. So you got that in February. Some Destiny 2 shit if you still play that. For Chris, what could be exciting, March 3rd, you have The Last of Us on PC. So that'll be cool. Which, if you haven't already, go watch The Last of Us TV show. I have no idea if it's any good. It comes out tomorrow, but I'm excited for it. Resident Evil 4 remake, that could be kind of cool. It's just like the newer...
Haven't they already remade that game like 6 times?
They've re-released it like on newer platforms, but it's still the old game. This is the, Resident Evil 2 remake with the new graphics and shit? It's that. but for 4. So that's kind of cool. We'll see.
Sea of Thieves Season 8.
Yeah, sure. If you still play that.
I don't think anyone did in the first place.
Yeah, it looks like the year-long guarantee for Sifu on PlayStation is over, so you can get that on Xbox.
Holy shit! There's Fallout 76 content coming out.
Season 11.
Okay, I'm being 100%
shit.
serious. I didn't think anyone played that game.
I didn't think so either.
Like even when it was new, I didn't think anyone played it.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. That's it for like I say guaranteed, but everything's up in the air. That's it for like guaranteed releases. There's supposed to be some Cyberpunk patches. Sure, cool, good.
Yeah, whatever.
Honestly, if I could, I might just delete that game from my library, even though I paid for it, because
that's a stupid decision. But okay.
Yeah, fuck that game. Game's garbage. This one's exciting. Returnal coming to PC. That'll be exciting. I might actually buy that if it ends up being Steam Deck verified, like all the other PlayStation exclusives. I might buy that. So those are up in the air, and then we have April. Not a lot. Some Overwatch 2 season shit. Dead Island 2. That's a little exciting. I hope that ends up being halfway as good as their first Dying Light.
Wasn't Dead Island 2 supposed to come out like fucking 18 years ago?
2014 it was announced, yeah.
Jesus.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That's pretty exciting for May. May should be pretty cool with that, I guess. June, not a ton of stuff. Final Fantasy, if you're into that. I'm not, personally. And then there's some other stuff that's up in the air that could come out in Q2. Nothing too exciting from the looks of it. You can do Jungle House. Oh, Chris, Pretty Princess Magical Garden.
Pretty Princess Magical Garden. The fucking website's falling apart. Yeah. House Flipper 2.
Oh, what the hell? We made it all the way to fucking September. So where were we? Here. Yep. Q2. Like I said, not a ton of crazy stuff. July, one seemingly guaranteed release. September.
House Flipper 2 is coming out.
How do you just make a sequel? Like, what is that even? What's different? Like,
probably not much, but I played the first one and I liked it, so.
Yeah, it was a fun game. And yeah, you got that Star Wars game somewhere in here too, the Jedi Fallen Order or sequel, the Jedi Survivor.
I don't care. Alex probably does.
Oh, here we go. Spider-Man 2. It's slated for Q4.
Meaning it's not going to come out this year.
Well, it's probably going to be fall, just like Miles Morales was.
Anytime something is like given a release date of like
fall.
Q whatever, it's never gonna fucking come out.
Yeah, they only said fall, so it's probably not going to. If I had to guess, it gets pushed to.
Wait, Little Kitty Big City.
Oh, I know. What the fuck is this? Little Kitty Big City?
Little Kitty Big City. Is it like Stray?
You're a curious little kitty with a big personality on an adventure to find your way back home, explore the city, make new friends. What the?
Little Kitty Big City. Holy shit! I'm buying this.
Hang on, let's see. I like it.
You're a little cat, a little kitty, perhaps.
I don't like the camera angle. I'm not a fan of that.
It looks like
the Goose Game.
Yeah.
Untitled Goose Game. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like the Goose Game, but you're a cat.
Oh shit, bro! I ran into a Shiba Inu or an Akita Inu. Fuck, you dead.
In terms of games where you play as cats, Stray was pretty good.
Stray was awesome.
So I'll probably buy this.
Stray is pretty awesome. But yeah, so not a whole ton of stuff slated, but some stuff to keep you interested, and things will, come and go as well. Indie stuff and shit like that just hasn't been talked about a lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the Like a Dragon game. I'm excited for Atomic Heart. I really hope they make their release windows, and then Dead Space remake should be cool. I've always wanted to play Dead Space.
There's some fucking shit and ass in my eye. Ugh.
Get it out of your eye, bro. With the new NS gen.
My cornea has been put back into place. What's up?
Did your contact lens move or something?
No, I just some fucking free dust went into my eye.
It's probably from the fucking mixer. Look how dusty it is. But no, so I started replaying The Witcher 3. Let me show you a screenshot I texted to our boss because he's playing through it, which I'm very proud of him for doing. Because he's not a man with a lot of time, so proud of him for stepping through that threshold because that's such a fucking game, dude. But look at how good this game looks, and it's running at a mostly locked 40 frames per second, even though the screen shows 38 at the moment. It was literally the 1 frame drop. Shit looks remarkable on the Steam Deck.
Looks like a video game.
It looks so good, and this is with the next gen update, so I'm playing with that new camera angle and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I'm very excited to get more into it today. I literally just got to the Griffin, like where you first see him. I played for like fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's like the first fucking 14 minutes of the game.
Yeah, you get like 2 fight scenes in there, and like it runs so well in there. So I started that. That's gonna be like my breakup with Fallout New Vegas and that. once I'm I hope to finish those by the end of the month. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Fair.
It's a solid like 14 days away. Like it ain't gonna happen. But if I'm lucky enough, maybe I'll be done with New Vegas by then. And then Dead Space, I just hope it's Steam Deck verified. I doubt it will be, but I hope it is.
It's gonna be it's gonna be actually Steam Deck unverified, where if you launch it on a Steam Deck and it detects that you're on a Steam Deck, it deletes itself from your library and you have to buy it again.
There you go. Yeah, that's an EA thing to do, honestly.
It actually changes the power delivery on your Steam Deck and sends somehow 120 volts wall power directly to the motherboard and kills it instantly.
And then it auto orders you another Steam Deck using your credit card. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But I'm replaying The Witcher 3. Very excited. Game's fucking awesome. I can't wait to get through it. I watched The Witcher Blood Origin. Did you end up watching that?
No, I didn't.
Sure, it's pretty good. It's not like anything insanely incredible, but it's a good show. It gives you a lot of backstory, so it's pretty cool.
What's the whole deal about it? What is it?
So it takes place before the what do they call it? The collision of worlds. What is it called in that universe?
The oh fuck if I know.
Yeah, whatever. The collision of worlds, the creation of worlds. So it's showing you how humans and all these other races became integrated through the collision of worlds, through the first person to be mutated, which then led to the first Witcher or whatever. So it's basically the origin of a group of characters overthrowing an elven leader, and in the process learning about mutations and stuff like that, and then causing the collision of worlds or whatever the fuck they call it. It's a pretty good show, pretty cool characters. Very like everything The Witcher on Netflix. Very good cinematography. Like the fight scenes that are there, and they're fairly limited. It's like 3 or 4 like big fight scenes. But I was pointing out to Lexi when we watched it how most of them had more oneers than cuts.
Which is really good, because what you see a lot in like big movies is they'll have a big fight and every like 10 frames there'll be a cut.
Yeah. And this would do like a whole movement as a oneer. So it's like, here's a guard, he's getting up, he's running, bam, he got hit. Now we cut to the next person.
I think
and
part
it's
of
a oneer,
it,
it's a oneer, bam, he got hit.
I think part of it is that it's a lot easier now to fake a oneer in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot easier to splice video together in a convincing manner.
Right, like do a what do you call it? A swipe transition. What the fuck is it called?
You can do like a camera wipe, basically, where like something is in front of the camera and it gives you a place to cut
without it being noticed.
Yeah.
But this was a lot of like, there's a specific scene where they're in a bank and they're holding out like behind a table, and there's just guards running at them, and it would do like here's a guard, he's running, no like objects or anything. Boom, he got like stabbed and fell. Then it cuts to like the next guard, and like they're just doing like big oneers like that.
Yeah.
It was really cool. There's like a couple over the shoulder shots where it's like they're fighting with shields, and it was really cool combat, just like the regular Witcher show. Very good.
Yeah.
That was cool. The characters are fucking phenomenal. They're not like the most interesting characters. They're pretty good, but like their actors are fucking phenomenal. So, and like I said, yeah, good combat. You see a couple monsters, and the CG is not that bad. Like it's not bad by any means. I couldn't fucking remarkably even come close, but it's it's got like a decent composition into the scene for a TV show. Let's put it that way. Like you expect like a Marvel movie, like Thanos does not look like a CG character. His proportions maybe, but like he just looks like a fucking dude. But that's a like $2 billion movie. This is just a TV show with 4 episodes. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty good for what it is. So, definitely a very good looking show. And yeah, I recommend watching it. It's pretty cool.
I haven't really watched anything. I might watch the Last of Us thing. I'm not 100% sure. I might watch that. I'm not 100% sure. I am 100% sure that I will eventually watch the Puss in Boots movie because of how much good press I've seen about it.
Yeah.
If I watch it and I somehow dislike it, I'm gonna be annoyed.
That is gonna be really funny.
I'm gonna be pissed off.
You'll be the only one I know who's seen it who disliked it. That'd be so funny.
I'm gonna see something like a scene that I don't like, and I'm just gonna sit there for the rest of the movie like this. Just fucking mad.
Fucking pissed. I'm angry. Chris angry.
Mad as hell. Every time I see a little orange cat, I'm gonna take it and throw it.
Fuck,
I'm gonna grab Oscar and throw him out the window.
Honestly, I'd be impressed if you could one-hand Oscar out a window. He's a big boy.
I could. He just wouldn't like it.
No, I know. Chris is like, I'm gonna one-hand him. Oscar just starts fucking fighting. Like, oh shit! I didn't expect this.
Oh shit, he's fighting back. This cat's got hands, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking. Oh, I'm so excited to watch the Witcher, The Last of Us tomorrow. Part of me wants them to just dump a whole season. It's 9 episodes. We know that. Part of me wants them to just dump that, and I can just binge it this weekend because we have Monday off. Well, I don't think you do. You decided to go in, right? You have it off. You're just deciding to go in.
Yes.
But we have it off technically, so I want to like probably finish it. I want to just bang it out. It's funny. Part of me is like, I want to bang it out so like it doesn't get spoiled. But it's literally the game. Like they've said, it's the game. There's not going to be any like crazy changes. So really, the only thing that would be spoiled for me is like maybe if there's like a really cool scene or something.
It's when the show opens. I actually heard about this. The show opens, and there's all the zombie guys, and Joel goes, "It's Joelin time," and he Joels all over those guys.
Oh my god. You haven't played The Last of Us at all, right?
No, I haven't.
Alright, perfect. So, yeah, no, what happens, right, is like you're just driving a truck, right? It's just Joel. He's just in a truck. Ellie's in the seat. And he just goes, why am I doing this? And he just puts a fucking 12-gauge snub against her head and blows her head off. And then he just keeps driving down the highway. And then eventually he gets out of the fucking truck on the highway and just goes, "It's Joelin time." And he pulls out a samurai sword and just starts slicing zombies up. That's how it actually goes. That's how the game goes as well.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah, part 1. But yeah, dude, it's I'm excited for that show. And speaking of shows, Chris, another HBO Max exclusive. But one that is fucking awful. But I need to see it through. It is fucking awful. Okay. Velma.
Yeah, I heard like whispers about it. I didn't hear a whole lot. But like the screenshots I've seen, it's the same like soulless bullshit you see in like every time they reboot like some media franchise like this. It's always the worst.
Yeah, it is cataclysmically awful.
It's like here's this IP that we somehow got the rights to. Let's publish a new show. But it has to be like lowest common denominator for it to get greenlit.
Yeah, it's fucking, dude, it is awful. So I started that, but I'm gonna have to see it through probably, but I only watched the first episode of the 2, and I was like, literally, I originally was like, oh, cool, it's 25-minute episodes. This will be quick, like a cartoon. That was the longest 25 minutes of my life. Like, is
it really that bad?
I really think I could have beat Red Dead in the same time frame. Like, I could have done it start to finish, 100%, like, fuck, dude, it was just like... Huh? Oh, you said funny. I'm supposed to laugh now. Hang on. Yeah, that was funny.
It's like it's very much like the effect that like the Big Bang Theory has, where it's like lowest common denominator stuff, but it has a laugh track to tell you when they told a joke.
Yeah.
So it's like, you should find this funny, you slobbering moron.
But like, so the thing about the Big Bang Theory, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because I actually like the Big Bang Theory. I haven't seen later seasons, but like early Big Bang Theory, I do like it. Not because necessarily the jokes are outstanding or, you know, the show is particularly interesting. The characters themselves, the actors, they deliver shit pretty good. They're pretty good actors. And they have a synergy, like an energy that, like, I just really like. And I kind of am like, oh, it doesn't make me, like, fucking bawl on the floor, like, oh my god, I'm in a fucking comedy show. But, like, I'll be like, cool.
I remember
like
hearing all the jokes about, like, how ridiculous the laugh track in that show is. And then thinking, surely this is exaggerated. And then I saw a scene, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, their laugh
so
track
bad.
is pretty nuts.
And for the acting, I can't really speak to that. It's like, you can, if you're a good actor, you can act well, but if the writing is shit, it's gonna be shit, but the performance will be fine.
Yeah, like the performances are what I watch it for. I'm like, oh, it's kind of funny. Like the way their facial expressions, the way they're moving, the way they're talking. And I don't know, I like the Big Bang Theory.
My favorite part is when Sheldon goes, bazinga.
Bazinga. And then he says it with a hard R, and you're like, I get the whole audience like.
So in Velma, I have to ask, does our canon of racist Scooby-Doo come up?
Not yet. No. So all right. So you have Velma. She's black in this show, or like.
I feel like a racist Scooby-Doo in this show would be outstanding.
So he hasn't showed up yet, but he might. So she's black. Shaggy's black. I want to say Daphne is like, I think Daphne's white, but she's like
maybe, like ambiguous.
Yeah. Fred is straight up preppy white boy. Like, they make him a big puss. Like, he's just a loser in the show. He's Mr. Popular, and there's a whole plot line of him not hitting puberty yet. Like, just some dumb shit like that. Mm-hmm. Nothing racist per se has come up other than they keep making fun of Velma, where everyone keeps referring to her as the Mexican, but she's not.
I want racist Scooby-Doo.
Dude, honestly,
show up.
This show would redeem itself if I suffer through, say, 9 episodes, and on the 10th one, there's just like 8 frames of Scooby-Doo just like screaming the N-word. It would redeem it. It would redeem the whole show for me.
Not because I particularly like racism. Because it's so fucking out of pocket and makes literally no sense.
Let me provide some context to maybe dig myself out of the hole a little. Because you guys haven't seen this yet. But there is going to be a video on the channel at some point of us in Maine. We've talked about it in the past. And
we did. We never even released the original footage of that.
No. And that's why out of context this probably sounds worse than it is. But in context, racist Scooby-Doo is something we talked about while driving back from like a bar or something at like 8 o'clock at night. We talked about racist Scooby-Doo in the video. And we made some pretty funny like jokes about like...
I think it was on our way up to Maine.
Was it up?
Yeah,
maybe it was up then. And I just remember it being night, though.
I don't know.
I swear it was night. You'll see it eventually. You'll know what we're talking about. Just stick around, subscribe.
We had a big...
Drop a big fat thumbs up on the video.
We had a conversation about... I don't know how it devolved into this, but we had a conversation about racist Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, like the dog, not the show, the dog.
No, the dog himself is like a vicious racist.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Oh, because we talked about... him drinking risky on the rocks, right?
Well, that was on the podcast. We talked about that.
Was
on
it?
An episode of podcast.
Yeah, I don't remember the full. I wish I could remember the full context then. But yeah, we got on a racist Scooby-Doo. We talked about him having like clan robes and stuff.
Yeah, him just being a vicious racist because it would make no fucking sense at all.
And if no one like acknowledged it either, like that was the other part.
Just like, oh, classic Scoob.
Yeah, and he's just like, they unmask him and a villain, and he's just like saying some racist shit under his breath, and they're like, Scoob.
Oh, Scoob.
So that's kind of where it devolved from, and that's where this is coming from, as to whether he makes an appearance in the show. I hope he does, but if he does, that means they stole our shit.
Wait. If he makes an appearance, racist Scooby-Doo or Scooby-Doo in general?
Racist Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
So.
What's the Scoobinator like in the show?
He's not in the show.
He's not in the show?
No.
They made a show about the fucking Mystery Inc.
So the show is Velma's origin story. It's about how she made
Scoob isn't there?
No, it's about how she made Mystery Inc. So it's her solving a murder, or like a double murder, and you meet the people, like Shaggy, Daphne, and they don't even, it's funny, they don't even call Shaggy, they call him Norville, because that's technically his name.
Goofy ass name.
But, yeah, so he's not in there. So I don't know if Scoob will ever make an appearance, but if he does, I'll let you know.
They make the show about these characters, and they don't have the guy in the show.
That ties it all together.
Yeah, they don't have the dog. The show originally is about the dog. It's called Scooby-Doo and Friends. It's about the dog. And the dog isn't there. The dog's not fucking there.
And, like, if you think about it, like, even the traits that you like about each character, like, for me, I like Shaggy as a character, and Shaggy's relationship to Scooby is what I like. Like, that, brotherly buddies, companionship. Yeah. Fred and his relationship to the rest of the gang is whatever. Like, there's a reason that Scooby and Shaggy are the ones who made it into multiverses, bitch.
It's like if they did a new Witcher show, and it was Geralt's origin, like as a becoming a Witcher, but he isn't there.
It's just Vesemir. It's just Vesemir, just like walking around.
Vesemir talking to himself.
Yeah, and mumbling at night, and fucking.
Or like if they made a new, like a new Kung Fu Panda IP, and fucking the panda's not there.
Yeah, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make a Tom and Jerry spinoff called Jerry, and it's just Jerry's origin.
It's called Jerry.
And there's no cats. It's just Jerry walking around, just like eating cheese and shit.
There's not a single cat.
And there's no humans, no dialogue. He's just finding cheese and
hanging out. It's a 2D...
Honestly, that'd be better than Velma.
It's a 2D show, right? I mean, 2D in a sense of, like, it looks like a side-scroller.
Yeah.
And it's Jerry walking through a repeating environment like it's fucking Mario Brothers, and he just finds little cheese and he eats it. And that's the whole show, and it does that 25 minutes per episode for, like, 15 episodes.
It'd be better than Velma.
And that's the whole show.
Yeah, hands down, it would be better than Velma.
I bet you, if you made that, there would be like a bunch of film students who are like, this is fucking a subversive masterpiece.
Probably.
And I know this because I am that guy.
Yeah.
I would like analyze this and be like, oh, this is actually quite compelling.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because it fucking works on me every time, and I'm pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Every time there's like some abstract film that I look at, I'm like, oh, this is actually really interesting. And then it's like, this fucking means nothing.
Yeah. You get roped in, you're like, oh, it's useless. Okay.
I see what they're trying to say here. And at the end of the day, you like look at what the creator of the film said about it.
He's like, I don't know.
And
I was
like,
just high.
yeah, I don't know. I just made this, and it's up to you to interpret what it means to you. And you're like, okay, so it means nothing. Yeah.
You don't even know what it means.
It fucking works on me every time, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. You know what I am gonna do, Chris? Once I'm done with The Witcher, so I have the PS5.
Die?
Yes. I have the PS5 in my bedroom at the moment.
Wow.
And I decided I'm going to Platinum Spider-Man finally.
I thought you already did that.
No, I 100%ed it, but you have to play it again on New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty to get the Platinum. That's the last trophy.
Oh, okay.
So you get that trophy, and then that unlocks the Platinum because you get all the other trophies or whatever.
Oh.
So I'm 100% complete with it. Everything's done, every side objective. But now what I literally need to do, and it's a short game if you just do the main stuff, I need to boot up a New Game Plus, set it to ultimate difficulty, and then just do the main stuff. I think I could bang that out.
Yeah, I suppose you can, but isn't like the side stuff the side activities how you get upgrades?
New Game Plus you'll start with all the upgrades.
Oh, all right. So never mind then.
So that's why. That's why there might be like another tier to those upgrades, but I don't think I'll need them. We'll see.
I don't care.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. But Chris, have you been playing, watching, doing anything?
Honestly, not really. I've played a bit of 7 Days to Die.
Oh, again, did the guy fucking patch out some way someone broke the game again because he's fucking heated?
Not yet. So the version I'm playing is Alpha 20, and the last time I played it was
20.
Alpha 20. Or 21. No, Alpha 20. Okay, and when I start playing 7 Days, I always look like, okay, what's the latest?
Fun?
What's the latest news with this game? And I see they put out a statement or like a kind of preview or whatever of Alpha 21, and they explain like, oh, these are the big changes we're making in Alpha 21. So I watched a video about that, and the system that I think works the best in that game, the one that's like the only one that's fleshed out to its fullest extent, it could use work, but whatever.
But in terms of comparatively.
In terms of like base systems of the game, the skill system is like the most fleshed out, and they've had it this way for quite some time. Mm-hmm. They have a skill system where as you play the game, you get XP, and you level up, and you get a skill point, and you spend that skill point on something, and it gives you better stats or whatever, right? Yeah. And you can craft different things based on your skills, things like that. And that's a perfectly good system. It's been that way for several years now. Mm-hmm. They actually changed it to make it a lot better, like Alpha 16, Alpha 17, I forget when. Because before that, before they made this change where you can just put skill points into things to level up like the quality of item you craft. Before that, it was a learn by doing system. So you had to craft the item, and every time you crafted it, it would get better. So repairing items made no sense.
Yeah, because you just keep crafting new ones to get the XP.
So what you would do, what this would lead to, is you would spend your first few days getting wood and stone, and then crafting hundreds and hundreds of clubs and axes and things, and then just destroying all of them.
Do you get any resources back when you like salvage them or destroy them?
You get like some.
So you just kind of have a perpetual loop.
Yeah. And that sucked, but they changed it so that instead of doing that, the way you level up your quality is you put skill points into the relevant skills, and it levels up the quality, which is a much better system.
Yeah, it's more universal.
And since they made that change and they changed the way that the crafting and stuff works and the skill system works, it's been very good, right? Now, Alpha 21. the skill system that works very well, they're getting rid of it entirely.
What?
Entirely. The thing that's the backbone of their game, they're getting rid of it entirely.
Is anything replacing it?
Yes, but it's a way shittier system. They're changing it for a learn by reading system.
So you have to find fucking
So
books.
you have to find magazines, and as you get these magazines and read the magazines, it will level up the relevant skill. So now, there's certain styles of playing the game that are completely invalidated.
Yeah, like
So,
the crafting one and, leveling up skills.
The way you play the game, or the way I play the game, is how I suspect they want you to play the game. I find like a base, I set up operations so I could store all my stuff, and then during the day I go looting. Like I loot different buildings because there's always good shit to find. And they changed the looting system, which they're not changing.
Good.
They're actually adding a couple of more things, which makes it more interesting. But they changed the looting system, made it a lot better. So I'll go looting buildings, finding things. And I think that's how they want you to play the game, because you can only find these new magazines in the new update by looting. So if you want to... Yeah, if you want to play the game where you build like a nice base and you spend a lot of time on the base and you build like a farm, so you have all these... all this, consistent food supply.
And shit, yeah.
That's gone. You can't play the game like that anymore. Also, mind you, let me phrase it to you this way, Jordan. If you were in a survival situation, okay, and you had a bunch of mason jars, and you were perhaps very thirsty. You needed a lot of water, and there was a river nearby. What might you do to collect water in that situation?
That's a fucking trick question. I wasn't prepared for that.
You have the jars. Okay.
Is there a lid on the jars?
There's a lid on the jars. You have a river.
Take the
and
lid
you
off.
have a fire
to boil
the water. So
okay.
what would you do to get clean drinking water in this situation?
All right. So I got it. I would go in the river.
Right.
I'd open my mouth. I'd let the water in, and I'd spit it on the fire. No, yeah, you can't fill jars now. They don't let you fill jars, Chris.
So what you would do, up until this point, you would take the jar to the river, and you would fill it up, and it would give you murky water.
And then you boil it.
Bring the murky water to the fire, and it would boil.
Oh, just like the Lawn Dark, like many other survival games.
Just like what you would do in a real survival situation.
In this game that's supposed to be a survival game?
In this game that's supposed to be a survival game, and the devs are like, this is supposed to be the best survival game ever made.
So let's make it so you can't survive.
So let's make it suck. So what they've changed now in Alpha 21, what they're going to be changing is that you can't collect murky water anymore.
At all?
At all. You can only find it. You can find murky water, and then you have to boil it, but now boiling it requires a cooking pot. So you have to go find a cooking pot. So now you can boil water to get clear water to drink.
So they made it shit and counterintuitive.
But you can also... If you get these advanced skills, you have to read all the fucking books. When you read all the books, you get a dew collector. Pick it up, and it's a big thing that collects.
Like a tarp.
Yeah, and it collects the dew, and it gives you 3 fresh water a day.
Scooby-Doo.
And my serious question is why? Because in the video I saw, the guy who made the video talked to the developers, talked to the main development team, and was like, what is it you guys are doing? What is your plan? And they're like, well, we want this to be the best open world survival game we can make it. We want it to be a game where you have, procedurally generated cities. You can enter every building. You can do quests in every building. And, it's going to be a looter shooter type experience. In a way, right?
Adjacent, yeah.
And it's all, the environment's entirely destructible, things like that. Which they've done a lot. It's a very big game in terms of scope. And that aspect of it I really like, but they just... keep ruining parts of the game for no fucking reason.
Yeah, with no return on that ruination.
They take, like, I don't know much about game development, but I know a little bit about development.
A little bit of a developer.
I'm kind of a fucking developer. I'm kind of a computer science student. You know, what can I say? Right? What you want to do, typically, when you make a program, you want to get your, like, baseline systems set up first. So, like, if I was going to make a game, and I know I wanted skills, crafting,
inventory management,
and, like, points of interest that have quests.
Yeah.
I would set that stuff in stone first. Not saying that it can't be expanded upon later.
Yeah. But you need to have
a solid idea of what I want those systems to look like
going forward.
Because what happens if I don't flesh those systems out first and then build the rest of the game around it, now if I want to make a major fundamental change to one of those systems, I have to change the entire game to adjust to that.
To adapt, yeah.
So I think that's the issue they're running into, because they want to change these, like, baseline systems so often for literally no reason.
So they have impulse reactions.
Yeah, they run into all these other issues, and that's why the game's been in development for 9 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's because they can't make a decision on what they want the game to look like. And I honestly think the way they have it set up now, the way they have the game set up now, if they took this game, added the bandits and the story on top, because there's a story that's going to be implemented into the game that involves the bandits.
Yeah, which that's probably when I'll play it again, because I have it in my library.
If they add the bandits and the story onto the game they have right now, it would be a phenomenal survival game.
Yeah.
It would be phenomenal. Even, like, the way it kind of looks like shit, and it's a bit janky, but, like, it would be a phenomenal survival game.
Right.
But they just keep changing shit completely arbitrarily.
Yeah. Just to say they can.
Yeah, and the developers, they keep saying, well, this is a sandbox game. It's supposed to be a sandbox. You can do anything. Do this, do that. But consistently, they go, well, you're playing in the sandbox wrong.
Yeah.
Is that not the whole point of a sandbox game, is to find unique and interesting ways to play it?
Yeah. Like Gmod.
Like if in Minecraft's development, after, like, the game had been out for 5 or 6 years, the development team was like, you know what, we're actually going to be removing the ability to get wood. You actually can only find wood now in chests.
Yeah.
You can't collect it anymore. Or, like, if they were like, well, we're actually changing the crafting system so that you can't craft things unless you find
crafting station.
Unless you find, like, the fucking the crafting textbooks throughout the world, and to craft, like, a fucking
furnace, you gotta find the fucking.
You have to find the furnace book. It's ridiculous. Like, you have to have the baseline system set in stone before you add the game on top.
Yeah. And you can't modify them that heavily every 5 minutes.
Exactly. Like, every development update, like, every update you do, it can't just be, like, this fucking thing where you do an overhaul of all the fundamental systems and you know, gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, that shit is kind of that's annoying. And that would be frustrating as, like, a long-time fan, too. Like, once you're used to a certain way and then they're just, like, flipping it on its head.
Yeah, like, I can understand, like, a lot of the things they've changed, like how, you know, for a while the meta was just, oh, make your base underground and the zombies can't get you. And then they changed it so now the zombies can dig, but in that update, they made it so zombies have, like, auger arms, basically, and they just dig, like, instantly through the ground. That's been reeled back a little bit. And they changed the pathing of the zombies, so now they take the path of least resistance to you all the time. So if you have a specific area in your base that is weaker than all the other parts, like if you have a door, like a wooden door, and it's weaker than all the other stuff around it, all the zombies will just fucking path to that door. So you'll have, like, hundreds of zombies at this fucking door, rather than them surrounding the base in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, like an intimidating way.
Yeah, like how a horde of zombies would go.
Yeah.
They would surround your base because they're zombies and they don't know exactly what points in a structure to attack to make it collapse or to have the easiest means of ingress.
Oh my god, I'm a bit of an industrialist. What did I say?
Like, well, we're all engineers. If we take out this beam right here, the fucking building will collapse and kill everyone inside.
Next update, they're gonna start taking out walls to drop the fucking house.
The next update, the zombies will roll up to your house and they'll just like put out a chair and they'll sit like this for a while. And they'll like draft blueprints of your house and they'll like note down your patterns of like how often you leave the base and when you come back. And then they kidnap you. They launch an elaborate plan to kidnap you, and then they hold you for ransom. And that's what they do in the next update.
Then the update after that, they're like they make the zombies sit there. The zombies go, you know what? If we used guns, this would be a lot easier.
And the zombies all have like giant machine guns.
The zombies all have fucking giant machine guns and just gun you down immediately. You just spawn on the map. You're like creeping through a town. You see like one zombie. You're like, yeah, it's bad.
And he turns around. He's got a fucking minigun.
Yeah. Fucking bro busts out the 12 gauge. You're like, oh, he fucking blasts you right in the chest.
He's got 2 fucking AA-12s. He fucking guns you down instantly.
And you're like, oh man.
Oh shucks.
Shouldn't have ran into the shouty. Not damn.
Yeah, it's the development cycle on the game is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
So that's what I've been doing. That game has so much potential to be fantastic, but the developers are just fucking so up their own ass about everything.
Yeah.
Just fucking listen to the community. Christ. It's not that hard. You just, every time, apparently, on the forums, they have the official forums that the developers will actually respond to fans, and any time a fan makes a suggestion that falls in line with like what everyone is saying on the forums, like, hey, you should do this or you should do that, and it's like a common opinion among a large portion of the fan base, the devs are like, nah, fuck you, basically.
That's fucking wild.
So, and they talk about how, well, we can't start optimizing the game until we have all these base systems in place. If you had the base systems in place 8 fucking years ago,
yeah,
it would be finished by now.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Bro, it's not... I can't imagine it's that deep. I can't imagine it's that deep.
No, I wouldn't think so. That shit's fucking annoying.
Foolishness.
It's fucking... Imagine if Rockstar updated Red Dead right now and was like, you know, I wanted this to be actually a World War II shooter. And they changed it to a World War II shooter.
They changed it. They replaced all the files in the game with all the files from fucking Call of Duty World War II or whatever the fuck that one was called.
Call of Duty World War II. They just put that game. You're just like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? There's zombies mode now?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I wish they'd had fucking zombies mode. Undead Nightmare 2, bitch. Let's go.
Undead Nightmare 2 would be crazy.
That shit would be so sad.
Especially with how, like, fucking way more detailed and intricate that world is.
Yeah. Imagine being able to antagonize a zombie. Hey, meathead.
Hey, fucker, come here.
It'd be so funny.
That would be awesome.
Funny. Or like your horse, when it dies, you have to...
a zombie horse.
Yeah, you have to use Reviver or like a cure to stop it from turning into a zombie, and then it will attack you or some shit. It'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be cool. Rockstar, get on it.
Yeah, do what we say. We have more power than you. We don't.
No, I'm still going to buy whatever game you put out next.
Yeah.
Irrespective of whether it's good or not, I will purchase it.
Yeah.
Because I am a shill. You got me by the balls. You got me by the balls here. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They kind of do. They Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
They got me. They got me there. They got me like that.
Fucking elongated. They're like, you playing fucking guitar with your fucking veins, dude.
Oh, man.
But,
What else have you been doing?
What I was going to say was, I bought something.
What'd you buy?
Because of fucking TikTok. So one
that's
thing,
unfortunate.
To reel it back to just TikTok in general, have you been on TikTok recently?
Oh, all the time.
Have you seen that fucking trend of like the let me do it for you?
The fucking with the borzois, the dogs? Yeah.
That shit is so annoying but so entertaining.
I love those videos because I think those dogs look so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Conceptually, like, I don't know why they were bred this way. Like, let's just take all the dogs
And put their heads in a Pringle can.
quite dog-shaped and then merge them all together until they have, like, a fucking boomerang head.
Yeah.
And they just look like cryptids.
Yeah.
And they have, like, a 15-foot-long snout.
Yeah, it's
Imagine how long it takes smells to reach their brain.
That's funny. Yeah, they that trend fucking popped up, and then
You
as
bought
I was
a Borzoi?
no, as I was scrolling, I saw this clip of like this dude like nursing a cat back to health. It was a movie scene, and he's nursing this cat back to health or whatever.
Okay.
And he uses the rest of his money as a homeless dude to get it medicine. It's a big orange cat, so I already going for my feels, right?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool. He brings the cat to health. He goes to leave, and the cat like follows him. He's like, nah, bro, I gotta go. Like, you do your cat thing, I'm gonna do my human thing. And the cat wouldn't leave him alone. Then I go in the comments, as I always do on like every TikTok, and someone's like, oh, I love this book / movie, and I'm like, oh, it's a book. Let me just take a gander. And then I look at the book, and I find out it was James Bowen who wrote it, who is also the guy that it's about, who is also the guy in the movie. In the book is called A Street Cat Named Bob and How He Saved Me. And it's basically a book about this guy's real life where he was homeless and he rescued the street cat and then he like just dumped it somewhere. I was like, all right, I fixed you, you're good, go back to your thing. And he left, and then the cat was like, nah, bro, and fucking
We're
found
friends
him.
now, yeah.
The cat found him. So then they started performing together, and he found his success in that. And I didn't realize the actual cat is a big orange cat, so I bought the book.
Of course you bought the book.
I bought the fucking book.
He bought the book.
I bought the book, dude. Let me show you this cat. He's beautiful. But, yeah, so once I'm done, I started reading my Spider-Man book again, the one that's a prequel to the PS4 game. So once I'm done with that, I'm a fucking probably read this cat book, this Gato book.
He's got a Spider-Man book. He's got the Spider-Man shift knob.
Look, come on, bitch, load. Look at that cat.
That is a fucking rather rotund cat.
Look at him.
Cat.
Look at him. He's fucking beautiful. But, yeah, so I ended up buying that book all thanks to fucking a TikTok clip.
Okay.
But,
that's fun.
Other than that, Chris, we passed 1,000 plays on Anchor. It's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Which is pretty cool when you take into consideration that, like, roughly, whatever, like 25 episodes in or 30 episodes in, we switched RSS or whatever, so.
Which means, theoretically speaking, that all of our episodes have at least, like, 8 plays.
Yeah.
Or 9 plays or whatever.
Yeah. Which is on par. Our most recent one, well, I guess as of this, it's 2 episodes ago, has 40-something plays for some fucking reason. Or 40-something views on YouTube.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happened. We're famous, bro. But there's that. And then also, I've been taking big dick energy advantage of...
He's been taking big dicks.
I've been taking big dick advantage, baby, of the Steam Deck's fucking ability to just be an all-in-one unit. Mm-hmm. And I had beat High on Life, like I think I talked about on something else or whatever. But like with Red Dead 2 and now with Fallout and with The Witcher, dude, it is so nice. It is genuinely so nice to just be playing it. And then like if I'm like, oh, I want to go to bed soon, but like I want to keep playing, and I'm like, oh, it's almost dead anyway. I just fucking put this thing on the dock. I plug in one USB-C cable, turn on the PS5 controller, and I just have a perfectly capable gaming machine.
He's got the fucking deck dock?
I got my deck docked, yeah.
He's got his deck dock and the dock deck.
I got the deck dock when I watch TikTok and buy a cat named Bob.
Watch TikTok on the deck, watch TikTok on the docks, on the dock that's decked. The deck that's docked on the dock.
For the deck.
The dock for the deck.
I'm deck dock dimmadong.
I'm having a fucking stroke right now.
It's gonna be like 20 minutes. The next episode's gonna begin with you still hear a bright red going, the deck dock dimmadong deck and dock and deck in the dock.
If we did like special effects for this fucking show at all, I would say put like smoke coming out of my head. I was doing that.
I could probably get a shitty green screen effect and do it.
Make it like as shitty as possible.
I will. I'll have to put a shitty ass fucking simmer sound. But Yeah, dude, the Steam Deck. Oh my god, it's actually. I thought like when I kept seeing about the dock, people were like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, I don't know.
Here's the deck dock.
I'm like, here's the deck dock. Like, just get me that, I guess. And all up until like I got it, I was like, why would I want this? Like, what purpose does this serve? But honestly, dude, it's fucking mint. Because
it's like a Switch dock, isn't it?
It's pretty much like a Switch dock. But what's nice is because like originally I was like, man, I'm gonna lose performance. Just the part of my brain just forgot that I don't have to upscale. I can just leave it at 1280 by 800 and it upscales to my TV and it looks fine. And I'm like, fuck. So there is literally no performance hit. It's running the exact same and it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
So, it's fucking dope. So I had Red Dead on the TV. Red Dead was the one game though that was very noticeable. It's like it's a little rough. Like
so when you got the dock and the deck dock, when your deck is docked, and you have it on the TV, what are you playing with?
PS5 controller.
PS5 controller. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes what's nice is it's so seamless that the PS5 controller I have two.
Because that'll connect. Bluetooth. Like controllers will connect via Bluetooth, right?
Yeah, and headphones and everything.
Oh, okay.
So
I for some reason I didn't think that was the case.
I use sometimes I use the Mark IVs and a PS5 controller, and it's fucking seamless. So you just turn it on, give it a few seconds. Like the controller is like instant. The headphones take a couple seconds, and it's like bam, there it is. Nice. It's so fucking nice, dude. Just to have this universal system, and it's been awesome because like sometimes I just don't feel like holding the fucking thing. So,
my arms ache with the weight of my deck.
My deck is just too fucking huge.
My deck is too large.
So
I gotta dock my deck.
I have to have a home for my deck, dude.
Of course.
And it charges it while it's there. I'm fucking electrifying my deck right
That's
then
crazy.
Right then and there, brother. But yeah, that's been like a fucking, no pun intended, game changer though. It's been fucking pretty mint.
Nice.
It's been pretty fucking mint, if I'm honest with you. Oh man.
Are you okay?
Vomited. Yeah, I'm chilling. Bingeling. I'm vibing.
Okay.
All right, I say we cut this one early. This is before we ramble on more. We have like 2 minutes. We talked for almost 2 hours before. Unless you got something, I'm out of steam.
I'm tired. I'm tired from the God of War.
I'm on Wendy's, dude. That's all I'm
talking
thinking about.
God of War for so long.
Yeah, I'm out of steam. I've run out of gas.
I've run out of steam. I've run out of deck.
I've run out of battery. My deck is dead. Send help.
My deck died. I gotta plug it into the deck dock. I had to dock my deck because my deck died.
All right, we're done.
Goodbye.
You done, Chris? All right. So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed, all linked below. We're also on YouTube with the video platform and Spotify with the video platform. There's also the YouTube comment section. There's also our email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. And we have Instagram and TikTok. Goodbye.
Send us your death threats on the deck dock. When my dock is decked and the death threats with the deck dock.